Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to another video. In this video we have some pretty interesting Nintendo Switch news, which includes Nintendo Switch Online updates. They added some new games, which is pretty exciting. We also have some really great news for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition over on the eShop. If you're wondering how well that game is doing, we have some news for you on that. And even some Nintendo Switch 2 game info. It seems that we have some rumors about a Nintendo Switch 2 game that's going to be releasing on the Nintendo Switch 2. If you guys end up enjoying this video, make sure you guys leave a like. It really helps the video when you do that. And while you're down there, tell me what games you guys want to see on the Nintendo Switch 2. It could be a Nintendo game, or it could be a third-party game or indie game, or whichever game you want to see on that. Especially since there's gonna be a mouse function, so even if you're a PC gamer, leave like a PC game on there. With that being said, let's get to the news. So the Nintendo Switch Online service has been pretty good this far, I think. I think when it first launched, it really wasn't too good. I think a lot of us could say that, but now it's been shaping up to be pretty good. There's a ton of games added, and we usually do end up getting more games added, and this is just the new game that has been added this month. Or games, I should say. Nintendo Life has this to say: Nintendo's rollout of retro games for the Switch Online service will continue next week in an addition of 4 Super Nintendo titles. These games, made up of strategy, turn-based, and RPG action, will arrive on the 28th of March, so that's gonna be in about 7 days. These include Nobunaga's Ambition, Lord of Darkness, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire, and Uncharted Waters New Horizons. Now, they also mentioned something that I didn't cover over the last time we got Nintendo Switch Online games. If you missed that news, they say this update follows the Game Boy Library update earlier this month, adding Donkey Kong and Mario Picross. So if you're interested in those games, those are also on the Nintendo Switch Online service. With that being said, let's shift over to some Xenoblade Chronicles X Nintendo Switch Online reward news. So over on Twitter, Nintendo of America tweeted this: redeem your My Nintendo Platinum points to collect custom icons from Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, and this will be available on 4/16 at 6 p.m. PT. So if you were interested in these icons, especially if you are currently playing Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, then you'll be able to acquire those. Now, these will be in 4 different waves, and they have dates attached to them as well. They're going to be on your screen right now. Check them out if you want to get each one, or maybe you just want one of them or 2 of them. Keeping up with the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition news, it seems to be #1 on the US shop. So if you're wondering how well this game is doing when it comes to the Nintendo eShop, it's currently #1. This was 22 hours ago, but seeing as the game just released, more than likely it's probably still there. Personally, I do plan on streaming this game, but unfortunately I'll have to wait for it to come in the mail. Currently Gamefly did send it out, so I'm just waiting for it to come in the mail. Sometimes it ends up coming really quick, other times it takes a week, so I might be streaming it next week. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And moving on to the Nintendo Switch 2 game info. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is gonna be really exciting for me personally. I love my Nintendo Switch. I love the games that we've been playing. And whenever we get this kind of thing where a game is confirmed for the Nintendo Switch 2 or any info on the Switch 2, it's just really exciting, especially since we're so close to that Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I'm wondering if we're gonna see any games there. Is it just gonna be focused on the hardware? It's just overall really exciting. With that being said, we do have a platformer that is confirmed for the Nintendo Switch 2. So over on Twitter, Switch 2 Stock has this to say, or I'm just going to read the post that they have because this is the official information, but he did cover that in his post. This is what the post of the picture says: one of the best platformers of 2025, Ruffy and the Riverside announced June 26th release date on PC and consoles. Nostalgia meets innovation in this retro-inspired 3D platform, 19 March 2025. German indie studio Zachrates Laboratories and US publisher Fifen Games are ready to announce the release date of Ruffy and the Riverside. The hand-drawn, that's actually pretty interesting, hand-drawn 3D platformer is jumping onto PC, Steam, and Epic Games, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and Nintendo Switches on June 26, 2025. Now, the interesting thing here about that June date is that there are current rumors that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be releasing in May, from what I can tell from the stuff I was scrolling by. I still have to look a bit into that, but there are rumors that the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be in May. So if this game is coming on June 26th, which is after May, then that would make a lot of sense, right? I will be covering that in a later video, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that. With that being said, what do you guys think about today's topics? Are you going to grab the Xenoblade Chronicles X icons? Which one are you going to grab? What do you think about the Nintendo Switch 2 game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch 2? And are you interested in those Nintendo Switch online games? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.